Hi there and welcome to my channel. This is Kate in the Nest and thank you so much for joining me. We are going to do some crocheting. I'm doing a new tiny little project that I spoke about before, and the inspiration has been, well, there's been two main inspirations. This is my joy pouch that is all is slow stitched. I've shown you it before, but I do find for projects this is sort of a perfect size. So I've started out making one of these in crochet. So that's where I'm up to, and I'm going to show you how to finish. The other inspiration has been my friend Missy over at Missy Made This, and she has made, I think she's on to her third one of these now, and her distinctive flair is, well, she's so unique. So she uses pom-poms, and I'm thinking of using some of these flowers I made the other day. Not sure actually, but I've got them all sitting in the nest that I showed you a little while ago, the big circular nest, and I just am loving, again, the floppy size of this. It's huge, but just pick it up and carry. I haven't finished the ends off. I've got so many ideas in my head at the moment that I'm just racing from one project to another. Okay, but I have gathered some things in the nest, so I'll take the flowers out for the moment. All we need is our crochet hook and scissors, and I started off this with leftover rolls that I had used in here. So this was a vintage, vintage isn't the right word, it's just an oppie shoppy tablecloth. So that's in that inner ring, and here it is here. This green I absolutely love, but this is always the challenge when we make these, when we upcycle our fabric scraps, is I have no more of that, and that makes me sad because I used it on the base and I just think it's beautiful. Have a look at that. I've also in this one gone back. Oh, where's the ball? This is the jersey. So this one is a combination of fabric, well, it's all fabric, Kate. What do I call, like cottons? Yeah, cottons and jerseys, whereas this one is all cotton. Okay, I'm going to stop because I'm so excited and just say, how are you? I hope you are well, and, you know, just really thriving and blossoming, because it's spring, as I keep telling everyone, and it really feels different. I went for a walk this morning and I just looked at people's gardens. Now, speaking of which, I still have my flower loom flowers to learn how to do, and I'm going to take you on that journey with me. Still haven't opened it because I've got so many other projects, but I think these are going to be fantastic in all sorts of colors. So just watch out for that, but that's in that nest as well. Okay, so what I've done so far is I've done just the basic bag shape. I sort of went literally, started my chain row, and I have shown how to do this in some of my other crochet, what do I call them? Kate's Crochet, EPs. So have a look back. So chains and DCs, or for the US, single crochets, and no increasing other than just to get you around the base, straight up the sides. I think this one has 20, yeah, I did measure it, 20 stitches, 20 chain, but really you can do them any size you want. So this is, as I said, I like this size project pouch. What we're going to do now is see if we can do a flap, so that here it'll have a flap that comes over. Now Missy's made these, so again, just you should have a look how they're wonderful when they're finished. So what am I going to do? All right, I've left a little bit of this out. I'm going to, I'll just move over on here. I hope those flowers are making you smile. This is my base. I've got this little bit of yellow, a little bit of this pink. I'm really getting desperate. So it really is a end of. And I found I'd used this in one of my earlier bags, loved it. Literally, this is the only strip left, and I think we might tear that in half to use it. Don't like that one. And just untangle that. Okay, it's already in the tangle. And keep our scissors and this little flower out. Put the big nest down on the ground. And we're going to, my heart is racing faster because I love, 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 love doing this. I've bought, I bought this, which is part of my other pouch. If I get desperate and need a real pop of pink. So put this away, I'm not using that. Have scissors up there to tear. I'm doing this on the very, very big crochet hook. So this is a number 8. And I just wanted to get an idea. Yep, so I've just measured that I'm up to where the pocket part of this starts. So I might decide, I probably need to decide now which is the front and which is the back. Look in the camera. So there's that one. This one's got a little bit more yellow. This one's just got the yellow here. Is there more green on here? Yep, I think this will be the front. Now we'll just pop some of these through so you don't get too distracted by all of these hanging out. I like some but not all. Oops. I could use the hook. I'm so excited and I don't want to spend too much of our precious time together doing that. This is a very big one though. We'll get that one through. Okay, hook on the inside. Here we go. Come through. Yep, like magic. Hook to stitch there. I know quite a number of you have told me that you're making these and enjoying them, and it truly is such a great way to go shopping in your stash and come out with a combination. This one I like. Actually, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to unpick that because I think it's too much white. So I've decided this is going to be the front. Yep. Have I? Yes. And I'm going to feature yellow coming down. Okay. So what was I going to tell you then? Totally forgotten. Gone out of my head. So you notice. So really I just want to get round to the back of the flappy. So let's use a little bit of contrast on the front here. So this is a really stretchy piece. Oh, I know. Was I telling you that I like to play games and set myself challenges? So the challenge on this one was not to use blue. Not to use anything with blue in it. And I love blue. And look, everyone, I'm starting to like green a lot more, and especially green and pink together. So, you know, I just go, let's go shopping. And part of that shopping is, I mean, just in my house, pulling from my nest. And I had those leftover balls. So that's how the inspiration for this came. I've got these big scissors, which look a bit dangerous, but that's if I have to cut any more strips. We may not get this finished. We probably won't, but we'll get enough of a way down so that you can get the idea. Okay, Kate's distracted because I don't want that popping out there either. Go in. Okay. All right, so I wanted this as the top row around the front. Now, I haven't done one of these flappy bags. Missy is the pioneer, but I think I have an idea. Oh, actually, Pauline Franklin had a little one with a strap, a shoulder strap on it, so I have seen one in the flesh. Okay, so that's going to be our front, and I'm just going to, oh, that was handy. Go around the corner. Actually, I might do want a few more stitches. See, we're down to the really end of the barrel with some of these balls. I'm just going to tie this one. You can weave it in, but I have actually on this one, because it's so fast to make, just been giving them a tie, and it really doesn't make any difference. So, in fact, that'll help because that will mark it for me as the start of the flap on that side, and I'm going to just work over to here. So I'm going fast, but just a reminder, this is the basic stitch for these baskets. In the stitch, yarn over the hook, pull it through, you've got two, and pull it back. All right, and I've made so many of these baskets now, baskets and nests, and now a little pouch. I think there's pouch number 3, but none of my others had flaps. What am I trying to say? Yeah, I'm a lot faster. This is a different way to what I hold my, is that right, Grandma? Different way I hold my hook compared to my other. Oh, we're not going to, we're destined not to make it across this row. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, let's say 4 stitches to go. And what are we going to do it in? Let's do it in this one, which is like the core fabric, if you like. So just, that's under the stitch, the new yarn, which is what the fabric is. Hook it through. There's your 2 loops. Pop it over again. And there you are. And go here. We'll do one more feels right. Okay. Now I've just had a thought that this, I need to do this in the round for it all to come out on the right side. Should have asked Missy first. Let's see if it makes a difference. So I want to do a chain, and we'll do it this way first and see what it looks like. I think it'll be okay. Because there is a right and a wrong side of crochet is what I'm talking about. But at this level, and if I had thought about it a little bit more, I probably could have thought in advance how to make it around rather than across. we'll see. So still the same stitch, do a few more. So I think I've told you about this hint. I'm loving pattern fabric and with a close, I don't know how you would call it. The pattern is close, so whether it's on the inside or the outside. So this is going to go, it'll be fine. Nope, I've got another idea. Yep. So let's go back here, because the answer was there all the time. I just didn't think about it. So we're going back to this final step here, and we're going to finish that off. Just tie that there. See, this is true learning with Kate. All right, so now we are going to start here and go this way, and the stitches will be the right way on the flap. Okay, so easy, easy. We're just going to go back to where we were. Those of you who've made lots of purses and pouches before were probably saying, Kate, there's another way. Or you might do it completely different. But it doesn't matter. It really is how you think about it. We're not following a pattern, but I'm sure there's patterns out there. But this is like design a bag yourself with Kate. And thank you to my lovely subbies. Every single subby is lovely. And I particularly appreciate those of you who don't crochet and you tell me you still watch, which I take as a beautiful compliment. Thank you. And I know I have been a bad influence on some of my journaler subbies who said that they've stopped making journals and they're stitching and crocheting. So what we're going to say is there's a right time for all of these things. I made a journal video yesterday and it just, I got homesick for making journal videos because I journal every day, and you know what? It's going to be the same, isn't it? Because usually you crochet in the round. Okay. I did that for nothing, everyone. Because I'm still going to have to come back, which I'm just going to do. I'm going to do a chain. So I didn't need to do that. And now that's going to remind me. So we'll just work this in a little bit. Again, some of you experienced crocheters were probably saying, Kate, you're going in rows like knitting now, not liking crocheting the round. Which just shows you that I always work in the round. Accidentally 2 in 1 stitch. Oh, that wasn't. I haven't even checked if you can see me. You can. So relaxing. The hardest thing about this is doing strips. But after my crazy diving with both fits and all and non-stop tearing for a few days, I've learned to just not go overboard and to do a little bit of tearing and then rest. Okay, I love this fabric, absolutely love it. Okay, so let's see what I was talking about. That's supposedly, you can't see it. In fact, that's a beautiful, forgiving way of seeing it. You can't see the difference very much between the front and the back of the stitch. So let's continue our merry way. I want to change colour, so let's do one chain, do a couple of stitches in here. And I think it's time for a pop of yellow. So here we go, stretchy, stretchy. And I deliberately left the selvage because it's got a little bit, it's the only time you see a little bit of fray, and I like that. Oh, did I cut the other material off? I don't think I did. So this is thicker, and because the cotton fabric is a smaller stitch, it's a little bit more of a fight to get through, but absolutely worth the persevering. And my rule to myself is, just like when I'm stitching, when the thread runs out, change. And I don't usually, on here, I don't think I've done more than one, except for the green base, I haven't done more than one, maybe two rows of the same. So I hope you're making something alongside, because there's no difference in any of this. We just want to get to the point where we can see that we've got a flap. Oop. And see, when I try and go faster, that's when it gets harder. So we'll just slow down. Bit of thread wanting to pop into the show. Okay, how are we going? So here we are, we're starting to have a little edge that's going to come down here. And I think that's enough of that thickness. So I'll do, I never change, well, I was going to say on the end of a row, Kate, you haven't ever done a row before, but my instinct tells me to come in a few stitches. So I've come in 3, and at some point I'll have to get more yellow on this side just to even it out. Let us, I've got some choices. We could do that pink, which is fabric, but I do have I used it already? I have, I've used it already. I wanted that other synthetic. Nope. So we use, look, I've got thread and everything caught up in there. this on here. Get that out of the way so you can see it. And here we go again, flying across. Now this flap could also not be straight down, and you could just easily turn it into a curve flap, which is what I think Missy's done on hers, by just decreasing at the end of a row and gradually having less stitches to go across, if that makes sense. I'm going to start trying to fold this every stitch, every row. Finding it hard to do two exciting things at once, to talk. Oh yes, that's coming down beautifully. I think I want to come to about there, which if you've got time, I think it's 3 more rows, but we'll change as well. So here, I've only got 3 more rows. I don't want to do much of this pink, so let's go in about 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. And you know what I want to do? I want to have a pop. Look, this is why you have everything around you in the nest. I'm using this. I've been unable to stop stitching on my this pouch. I'm going to have to name them because I forget the name of them myself, and so I have huge excitement because I'm about to start a 3-piece project, and I'm going to call it Summer Roses. And so you can look out of that for that. Very, very vintage, is nearly done. And I've still got enough to make patches with this. And this won't do many stitches, so I'll just do this one now. So that's how simple it is, everyone. And sometimes I go thicker. That one's probably the right size, 1.5 centimeters. Let's chop this off. So excited. Sorry, I've said that about 15 times, but can you hear it? Because I've not used this stripe before in crochet, and I think for the front on the flap, it's just looking myself. I made a hole in my finger making a fringe last night. It is a dangerous pastime. So this is what happens when you just have a pattern and you never know what it's going to crochet up like. So there's that stripe, and it's becoming this pretty blend of pink and mauve, I think we call that. We definitely need to go over the top of this yellow. Oh, I want to get one more stitch round, but I don't think I'm going to. Look at that. I'm glad I kept a little bit left over. We'll probably get about 4 stitches, but we'll tie it off down here with that. Okay, so I haven't got any greens left, everyone. Otherwise, I might be doing a pop of green, but I haven't. So in that case, we're going to go back to our, that's a parent one, this key. Let's join it on the same way. Sort of that's equivalent to a chain there. So let's get cracking. Bit of bonus fraying there. I'll get rid of it. So what are you up to? Is it feeling like change of season where you are? I'm hearing that Tasmania has been rainy. I'm hoping those of you who are in the heat, it's starting to become more bearable. I just love doing this in the silence, surrounded by friends who are all also making or watching or relaxing. I gave myself a treat of watching a few YouTubes earlier today and didn't stitch. I just lay down while I was having my morning cuppa in bed, and just thought, don't make, just watch. So that was a real treat. Okay, nearly there, everyone. Let's poke. Oh, I have to tie that off, but for the moment we'll just poke it through, and I will finish it under there. I think just a little bit more. Now, if we wanted to curve it, I would start now and just do 1 less stitch and 1 less stitch and 1 less stitch. And actually, I think I want to experiment with that, because when I think of how I'm going to close it, I could do a big crochet loop and hold it there, or I mightn't fasten it. I might just have this as decoration. I think we will leave that a mystery, and I will show you when it's done. So I'm going to get my nest back up here. Oh. It's not that hard, everyone. It's just I stretch and make noises. And there we go. I've got a pouch with flap, inspired by the Joy Pouch Project one. That matches our fabric vessels and baskets. That is nice and deep, so all my hand can go in there, and it'll just be now as I decide how many rows and do I want to round it gently. I hope you've enjoyed that. I have had so much fun with you. I've loved that, and texturally, please give yourself the joy of trying to make one of these. So until next time, which mightn't be too long because Kate can't stop her crocheting right now, I'll see you. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Kate in the Nest. Bye.